So there's a new PDF editor on AppSumo, and my first thought upon hearing this is, well, I'm a Mac user, I have Preview, it pretty much does everything I need to do with PDFs. And then I tried it. Yeah, it's actually really good. So this is pdf.net over on AppSumo. I'm gonna be trying it out in this video and showing you all the features. I'll let you know exactly what I think of it. You should also know that this video is sponsored by AppSumo, my favorite place to buy software online. But that won't cloud my judgment at all. As you know, if you've been following this channel from any period of time, I always am honest with what I think. And like in 2026, it's really hard to say, oh, a PDF editor, let me get super excited about this one. Because like we have AI agents creating PDFs for us. And like just it seems like the future is not about PDFs. But the truth of the matter is still so many documents are shipped around and they need interaction and they need revision. And this tool is as good, if not better than anything, like regardless of being LTD or not, that I've ever seen before. Let's check it out. Okay, so this is the web interface here. It's all done in the web. There is no desktop application. I guess that'd be one thing that I think would make it even better if there was a desktop application. But getting started is really easy. I'm gonna go ahead and just upload a PDF. You can see, you can either just click right here. I'm just gonna drop it in. So I've got like a mock business proposal here. I'm just gonna drop it. It's gonna upload to the service and open it up in the editor. Now, the first thing about using this that you should know is everything is editable. So like if I wanted to center this text up, I just click on it. Well, I got to choose the text tool first, or T for that. And then I can just move it around exactly where I want it to go. So let's center it up a little bit. All right, that looks good. Now I did notice that there are a few typos in this document. Like for example, committed here is spelled wrong. So I can just click on it and then go ahead and just change the text to have two T's. It's that easy. Or like right here on phase 4, they spelled launch wrong. So I'm gonna double click and just go in there and change that to whatever I want. Now, it actually moved it to another line because this container is too small, but no problem. I'll just resize it and I'm good to go. It really feels like I'm editing a Word document at this point. It does not feel like I'm doing some kind of like hacked version of PDF editing. It's remarkable. One use case that I actually find myself doing quite a bit with PDF documents is modifying them. So either rearranging the pages within them, adding new pages to PDFs, or taking a single page and then extracting it out into its own document. There are ways to do this on Mac, but it's kind of convoluted and I always have to relearn exactly what I'm doing. With PDF.net, it's super easy. So like, for example, if I wanted to take this page right here, page number 3, and make it its own document, I'll just click on the triple dots here and choose extract, and it downloads that page as its own PDF. Okay, that's cool. I can also rearrange pages, just clicking and dragging, and they move around. So now it's page 2. And if I wanted to add in an additional page, I can go up here and either add a file or just create a blank page and begin writing, adding right to the PDF. Now, I'm not going to do that here because that would be boring to watch, but let's add in a new page from an existing file. So I'll choose add file. And here I've got an invoice. I'm just going to attach it to the proposal. It just went to page 4 because that's kind of where I left my mouse. I'm going to move this down to the bottom. So that way the client is going to receive my proposal as well as the invoice if they want to go ahead and move forward. Now this document's not too bad. It's only 6 pages so far, but if I wanted to add page numbers, that is just a single click away. Hit page numbers here. I can choose where I want them to go, choose the formatting, the color, the size. Let's make it maybe a little bit lighter. I don't want super dark page numbers. And yeah, size 12 Arial is going to be fine. And you can see they are added automatically to the pages. Super fast, really easy. Oh, I should mention, I showed you extracting a single page, but you can also split up a document into several documents. There's a split function up here. So that's going to show me all of the pages, and I can just go ahead and like add, it says split the file, click the scissors between the pages. So I'm going to split it right there, and it's going to go ahead and give me 2 separate files. Pages 1, 2, and 3 will be one file, and pages 4, 5, and 6 is another. And even confirms down here. One thing that's really impressive about this app is just the user interface is so clean and simple to use. You really don't need to use your brain when you're using it. I mean, like everything you think you want to do, it's obvious. And just to show you there, I got the download and it's in a zip file. So I opened that up and I've got the 2 different documents. Now we talked about how we can edit text, we can add text, create new pages, but you can also add images. So there's an image option right up here. Just click on this, drag and drop your image in. So what I want to do is actually add my logo to the front page of this proposal. So let me grab that. All right, here it is. I'm just going to drop it in the drop well, and there we go. I've got an image. I can resize this and put it right up at the top, and it looks great. I can also annotate or redact things. So any text that I want, I can just select it. There's a little contextual menu that pops up here and I've got options. So if I hover over this, I can see it's going to highlight, it's going to strike through, underline. This one is a squiggle, so kind of saying like, hey, you need to fix this. And then we've also got redaction. So that's gonna look like this. Do you want to apply redactions? This will be permanently deleted. Very important that when you redact things, you can't just go in and like select the text anyway. So let's go ahead and redact it. And that's what it looks like. Pretty great. Now, they were not kidding. I cannot undo this. There's no undo button. Of course, I still have the original on my computer. I uploaded this to the service, so there's a paper trail. But if it was something that I wanted permanently redacted, then there you go. It's done very nicely. Now, let me show you what the highlight looks like. So if I just select, let's say maybe this sentence right here, go right to there, and then I choose highlight. That is what that looks like. Really clean and professional. I could also do a squiggle. So let's select this text right here and we'll put the squiggle under it. The squiggle, I noticed, does have a little bit of a bug. It's not going all the way to the end of the area where I selected. So that's hopefully something they could fix quickly. And we'll just demo the rest of the markup here. So we'll do a strike through. That works really good. And then we will do an underline. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just start a brand new document here. I'll go back out to the main screen and upload a new doc here. This one needs to actually be signed. It's a contract, so I'm gonna upload it. There's of course signing functionality built in here. I can scroll through the entire contract and then I'll just go right up to sign here and I can see the different signatures. I can draw or I can even upload a signature that I did on another device if I've got like a picture of one. For now, I'm just gonna type my name. I can choose a fancy color if I want. We'll do navy blue and how about this one right here, and we'll place it in the PDF. Now I can resize it and put it wherever I want it to go, whether I'm the client or the contractor. I mean, admittedly, that font looks kind of childish. So let's try actually doing the drawing just to see what that looks like. So I'm not gonna do my whole signature here, but you can see what that looks like. I'll just do DS, place in PDF. There we go. And now I could resize that. You can imagine what it would look like if you were to, do your whole signature and do a nice job of it. I'm just looking through the toolbar here and make sure we covered everything. I think we basically have. We didn't mention drawing, but you can also just draw right on the document if you want to. So that is a cool feature. If you're maybe really good at drawing, you have like a pen or something on your computer that could be more useful. I am not, obviously, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove those. We've got fields, so we can add form fields. If you wanted to add your own signature box, you can easily do that. Checkboxes, pretty nice. Talked about splitting before, and I showed you ways to merge documents by just uploading them, but there is a built-in merge function, which is kind of just a nicer graphical user interface. So you can upload additional PDFs and then have them merged into a single document. Again, you can also do that just over from the left-hand sidebar. It's really just whichever way works better for your brain in terms of understanding what's going on. Similar to that where we talked about rearranging, there is a nice user interface for this as well. So really great job on the UI on this app. We can also rotate images. There's a rotate option up here. Maybe you've scanned in a document and some of the pages got turned around. Well, very easy to just go in, choose the page that you want to change and rotate it left or right, save and close. And well, now I'm feeling a little upside down, but you get the point. It works really well. Some utilities here, we can password protect our PDFs so that if they are private, someone will need a password to be able to access them. Go ahead and just set your password here. Mine is going to be password123. I'm going to set the password and then I get a confirmation message that my file is successfully encrypted. It will ask for the password to edit the file. And let's download this and see if the password hangs true. So I've got a lot of options to download. I can do PDF, docx, Excel, PNG, JPG. Obviously, these formats will not take passwords, but PDFs themselves can be password protected. So I've downloaded that. And I can see here's the file that I just downloaded. It is password protected. So let me try to open it. This is preview on my Mac and it is password protected. I will type in the password. I'll try to type in the password. And there we go. We are now inside. So that works perfectly. All right, the other utility I wanted to mention was the ability to compress your documents. So if you've added a lot of images, if things are getting a little bit bloated, you want to take that huge, 15 megabyte PDF and shrink it down for email purposes. You can go in here and choose a compression level. Now, this document's really small, so we're not really going to see a difference, but there are 3 different compression levels, so that's a really nice option. And it is worth noting that they will keep your original file intact, so you can always come back and try a different quality level if it's either too compressed or not not compressed enough. All right, so that's a pretty great feature set for a PDF editor, but it's the age of AI, so we need a button to ask AI in every application, and there's no doubt one here as well. So you click Ask AI and a sidebar pops open where you can ask questions about your PDF. I already had it summarize this document. Worked very good, executed very quickly. I could say, summarize the phases in bullets. All right, let's see what it does. So there is my query, and then boom, we've got discovery, design, development, testing, and that's on page 1. And sure, we've got discovery, design, development, testing. Nailed it. Well, I mean, I guess kind of nailed it. It's on page 2, not page 1, right? This is actually a hyperlink. It takes me to page 1. So it's odd that it did that, but otherwise, good quality answer. So here's PDF.net over on AppSumo. This just launched today, by the way. They've got a slew of new tools, so definitely go check those out. I'll have a link in the description. If you click that before making a purchase, it helps support my content. It doesn't cost you anything extra. So $59 is the starter plan for PDF.net. There are 4 tiers available, so you can spend as much as $400 on this. Just depends on what sort of features you want, as well as how many users and how much storage you need. So on the low end, we are going to be losing a few of the features I demonstrated. To me, they're not like the killer ones personally, but it's going to be the password protection of PDFs. So if you want that, you got to go all the way up to tier 3, which is $200. And you'll also get at that price point AI chat as well as unlocking PDFs. I assume unlock PDFs means like this is going to password protect them and this will unlock them. I'm not entirely sure. Actually, it looks like it'll let you unlock a PDF even if you don't have the password. So that shows you how secure they really are. They've got a tool to bust into PDFs that you no longer know the password to. So I didn't try that out. I don't have any PDFs that I don't know the password to. I suppose I could try. Should we do that? So here is a PDF that's on my computer. It has never been on PDF.net. So we're gonna block them. I'm gonna go ahead, and you can't see this on my screen, but I'm just going File Export in Preview on my Mac. It's gonna pop up in this screen right here, and I can go ahead and password protect this. You just click on permissions right here, and there's a password field. I'm going to use a very clever password here that no one could ever crack. Make sure I type it correctly and hit apply. And then I'm gonna hit, let's just call this _PW so that I know this is the password protected one. And we're gonna try to upload this and see if we can crack it with PDF.net. Okay, so I'm on the main screen here. I'm gonna choose unlock and I'm gonna upload the file. All right, so let's just upload this right here. It's gonna be uploaded and let's see, it's asking for a password. Can I remove it? Your file is unlocked. So let's go ahead and do that. And look at that. Actually did it. It cracked the password encryption. So note to self, I will not rely on that for security. Who am I kidding? I'm sending my entire life's thought process up to a cloud LLM to basically digest everything about me. I'm not too worried about people cracking my PDFs, but that's just me. All right, back to the deal page here. Now we know what that feature is. I think everything else is included in all of the plans. So you just need to determine how many users do you want? How much storage do you need? What's the maximum size file? So it's gonna be 15 megabytes, which is a pretty healthy PDF. But if you really need bigger ones, you can go up to tier 4 to get 100 megabytes. But yeah, otherwise pretty clear-cut deal. Just figure out how many people are gonna be using it and if you care about passwords, and you'll be able to work from there. Apparently you shouldn't care about passwords, by the way, because someone with tier 3 can just crack them. All right, that's PDF.net. I think this is a great application, wonderful user interface, very intuitive to use, and solves some real problems. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still gonna use Preview. It's on my Apple devices. I use mostly Apple throughout my life, and I know how to use Preview pretty well, but there's some things it just can't do, and that's why I'm gonna keep PDF.net in my tool belt. If you want to pick it up for yourself just to try it out, you do get 60 days to try it out and return it over on AppSumo. I got my link down below, but let's go ahead and score this one. I'm going to give it an 8.2. I think it's pretty great. Definitely the best LTD PDF editor that I have ever come across. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Hit that like button if you've enjoyed this video, and I'll be back again soon with another video.